Hello everybody, welcome to another Photoshop CS6 tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to go over the shape tool. My name is Buddy Blackford and let's get started. So the shape tool is over here on the left. It's going to be under where like the rectangle tool is and those things. So let's just start with the rectangle tool. Now what we're going to do is, oh my bad. For some reason I hit the layer and locked it. Oh, this is from an old tutorial. Let's go back to this. So just start off with a blank canvas, and we're gonna make sure this is set to pixels, and we're gonna start this way. So if you just click and drag, you can see that you're able to drag out a shape, and the shape is filled in by your foreground color. So if I switch these, now it's gonna be a blue shape. So clicking and dragging creates out your square since you're using the rectangle tool. Well, rectangle is what I meant to say. If you hold shift and drag out, you're going to create a perfect square. And that's how you create perfect squares. Now, if you wanted round edges, just come over here to the rounded rectangle tool and you can get rounded edges as you're doing this. You can see that these have rounded edges instead of the square edges here. So that's how you get the rounded edges. Let me clean this up a bit and go there. Now we have some set of options. We've got our blending modes here. I'm not going to go over that. Here's the opacity. Not going to go over that, but you should be able to know about those from my other tutorials if you've been watching. We've got anti-alias here, and here's a square or a rectangle with anti-alias on, and here's one with it off. And it's not much of a difference here because the lines are straight, but if you're using lines that are kind of like rotated, like going diagonal or something like that, they're going to be jaggedy, and the anti-alias will make them smooth for you. So that's how that works. So we also have this set of options here. We've got unconstrained, which means you can just draw out any size rectangle that you want without having any restrictions. The next one here, we've got square. Now this is going to let you only draw out squares. So I'm going like all around and it only is letting me draw out a square. Let's go to the next one here. Fixed size. Now you can type in the size. Let's go 500 by, you can make it anything you want, 700, and then if I click, it's going to create my 500 by 700 size there. And if I just click and don't drag, I can do the same thing, and it'll create the rectangle for me. Let me cancel this real quick. So if I just click and don't drag, 100 by 100, hit OK, it created a 100 by 100 square. If I click and drag, if I click and drag, it's going to create my square that I put the settings in right here for fixed size. And we've got proportional here, and you can set the different proportions. So I can say 2:1, and then when I'm trying to draw this out, let's go to this, and when I try to draw this out, it's always going to be a 2:1 size rectangle. So if I do 3:1, well, let's do 5:1. It's always going to be 5 times longer than the height. So like this is all I can drag are these long rectangles. So that's how that works. We've got from center here, so I'm just going to go back to square. From center, this from center works with any of these, but you're going to be drawing it out from the center of where you first clicked instead of drawing it out. If I take off uncenter, instead of drawing it out and it comes down from the it follows your cursor to the bottom right corner, or the bottom, wherever you're dragging, it follows that way. So that's what's the difference between the center and the not from center. So we can change this. We got over here we can change the shape, and if I start drawing here, it's going to create a shape layer, and with the shape layer I'm able to change the fill and the stroke and some other options, which I'm going to go over later when we go over shape layers. And then we've got path here where I can draw out this. And then if I go over here into my layers panel and go over here to paths, a rectangle path has been created for me where I can import that path into Illustrator and work on it in there. And as well, when I created the shape layer, it created a path for me as well. So that's it for shape tools. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit about them and how they work and how you can mess around with them. So thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good day.